The summit is therefore closed.
With the stroke of a gavel, the 2025 G20 Leaders Summit in Johannesburg came to a close. A historic gathering, given that this was the first time the meeting was held in Africa. It's been seen as a success story, given the number of key leaders of leading global economies and major international organizations who attended. At the closing ceremony, South African President Cyril Ramaphosa lauded the summit for adopting a declaration that addresses major global challenges while advocating for inclusive growth.
It reaffirms our renewed commitment to multilateral cooperation and our recognition that our shared goals outweigh our differences.
The declaration included 5 key priority areas which South Africa had pushed onto the agenda that touch on debt sustainability, mobilizing finances for energy transition, harnessing critical minerals for inclusive growth, and disaster preparedness. According to the South African leader, this provided the foundation for the summit to address other key areas.
In addition to these 4 priorities, we have prioritized issues of inclusive economic growth, industrialization, inequality, unemployment, and security and artificial intelligence.
An expert says the summit gave the African continent and low-income countries a platform to address the many challenges they face.
So the essence of this G20 is more about multilateralism. But beyond that, it also creates premises on how Africa is going to develop.
Also on the agenda were the various conflicts in Africa and the continent's vital resources.
The issue of conflicts in DRC, the issue of conflicts in Sudan, the issue of debt relief for countries in Africa and the global south, but of most important was also the issue of critical resources.
The host country was praised for embracing inclusivity at this year's G20 Summit.
We've seen that South Africa invited a lot of member states to this G20, and South Africa also made it possible for many formations around youth, around social issues, which is not for the first time, but also around the startup 20s, urban 20s, a lot of formations. We've seen that inclusivity is possible even in the G20. So for me, that is the major takeaway.
President Cyril Ramaphosa has received praise for placing Africa's priorities and those of the global south on the global agenda. But now the hard work begins, turning words into action. Bobat Nagela, CGTN, Johannesburg, South Africa.